Okay, welcome along to the first in what could be a series of isolation cook shows here at the Barrow Road kitchen here in Streatham, South London, where we're going to show you a few useful recipes to get rid of all that old rubbish you've got in your fridge and in your freezer maybe, and even in your larder. So the first of these recipes is your lockdown lasagna. Now if you're a veggie, this is perfect. If you're a meat lover, just chuck in some mince. But basically, I've already got ahead of the game. This recipe comes in 3 stages. You've got to cook your ragu or your tomato sauce, passata, whatever you want to call it. You've got to make your cheese sauce, which Annie, my assistant here today, is going to do because she's the expert when it comes to white cheesy sauce. And then we've got to construct it, of course, and chuck it in the oven. So, like I said, we've already got ahead with the sauce. I'm going to tell you what went into it. We had 1 medium onion, all chopped up into small bits, and then we had 3 cloves of garlic, also crushed into it, and we had a bag of sweet and crunchy stir fry, but it's actually half a bag. It was what we had left in the fridge. Thought might as well chuck that in. We had a couple of sticks of celery, all chopped up finely. That went in as well. We had a portobello mushroom, all chopped up nice and fine. An aubergine. Some of you might not have aubergines in your fridge, but you can use a carrot, whatever. We had half a squash, so we took the seeds out, put it in the oven and roasted it for 20 minutes, half hour, just to soften it up a bit because that takes a bit of time. And we had a tin of tomatoes. So that's basically what went into this sauce, and it came out looking like this.
And courgettes.
Oh yeah, and he's just reminded me we did put a courgette in as well.
2.
2 was it? Okay, 2 courgettes. They went in as well, but that's basically what's gone into this sauce. And we sweated it all down, cooked it for about, what was it, 20 minutes? Half an hour maybe?
20 minutes.
And that's how it came out. So I'm just going to warm it up again because I think it needs a bit more tomato in it maybe. So that's basically your passata ragu sauce, yeah? And remember, lasagna goes in layers. We've got a packet of lasagna sheets left up in the cupboard, obviously. And all we've got to do now is make the white sauce to go with this sauce and then layer it all up and put it in the oven. We do need some cheese, of course. And again, for your vegans, we had a bag of this in there. Mozzarella style shreds. I think we had that over from when Sam came over, or maybe Freddie used it. He's a bit of a vegan sometimes. But we've mixed it all in. So if you're going to be, you know, totally vegan, just use that stuff if you've got it. Otherwise, we've just mixed it all in here with some cheddar and some other cheese we had in the fridge there. So that's basically it. It smells fantastic, by the way. But it does look like it needs a bit more liquid in it. So I'm going to put in another half a tin maybe of chopped tomatoes. If I can get the tin open. There you go. Half a tin in. Might even add a little bit of water as well.
Just put the whole bloody tin in.
I'm going to do what Annie just said. Put the old bloody tin in. You don't want a dry lasagna. So there you go. Looks like that. Look. A lovely veggie style ragu going on. I'll tell you what I did add to it a little bit earlier on, and some of this chilli in a mill, chilli in a pepper mill, just to give it a little bit of background heat. It comes in, we've got a couple of them here. Look, chilli explosion, that one's called. It's all the same, it's dried chilies in a pepper mill and then grind it on. So I think we're nearly there with that. We're going to come back with part 2 in a moment, which is the cheese sauce. So, part 2 is all about the white cheesy sauce. And for that, I must admit, it's not really my thing. I'm going to call over the expert, Annie. Annie, can you come and show everybody how to make the white cheesy sauce for your lockdown lasagna?
Hi everybody, I'm just going to grab a bit of the lockdown limelight now. As you know, Alan likes taking it all. So anyway, I'm going to show you how to do the cheesy sauce. By the way, I was taught by Jules. Julie makes a wicked cheese sauce. So I'm going to start off. You need a good knob of butter. Don't be shy because you really do need a big knob. And on a low heat, just melt it. Now I will be asking my assistant Alan to help now and then, because one of the major tricks of making a cheesy sauce is to sieve your flour. It is so important, then it's not lumpy, gloopy, and you get a nice smooth texture. So gently melt your butter. As I said, a good old knob.
Here I am with the sieve. Now, I believe the next thing we're going to need is some flour. We've got some self-raising flour. Plain flour will do, really. Doesn't really matter, does it?
Anything you've got. Just use all that shit up in the cupboard. Come on. Get rid of it. Okay, so we've got a nice melted butter. Just let it all melt lovely so that it becomes nice and smooth for when you
Add the flour.
add the flour. Can you stop finishing my sentences? Okay. So now gently sieving the flour, stirring at all times to keep those lumps away. And stir quite quickly because you just don't want those lumps. That's enough. Look, a lovely, smooth, buttery sauce. No lumps in there, guys. Now, start adding your milk. Stirring all the time, because this is when it changes and it can
all go wrong. We need to make quite a lot of sauce for this one because it's going to be a big old mother of the lasagna.
More milk.
More milk.
You do actually need quite a lot of milk. Thanks, Julie, for all your tips over the years. If you ever have the pleasure of having Julie's cauliflower cheese, you'll know it. More milk. More milk. I think now is time to get the consistency you like and you can start adding the cheese. Stirring at all times. Keep it smooth, guys. Keep it smooth.
More?
Yep. Keep it coming. Okay, guys. Oh, yes. Very nice consistency. Now, that's just about how I want it. I'm just going to come up to the camera. You see, not lumpy, not thick. You want it to pour well over the lasagna sheets. Oh yeah, baby.
Annie, do you add any seasoning to that at all?
I tend to add the seasoning when we pour it in construction.
Okay, just thought I'd check.
This is ready, hon.
Okay, you're going to take it off the heat?
Let's put it to the side till we construct.
Okay, so coming up in part 3, construction time. Okay, welcome back to part 3 and it's construction time for the lockdown lasagna. So we've got a big old pan here. You can use a glass one, doesn't really matter. So now all we need to do now is layer up this lasagna with Annie's lovely white creamy cheese sauce. The ragu we made earlier, and of course the lasagna sheet. So me and Annie differ on this. I like to put a sheet of lasagna on the bottom just to give it a base. Because it's a lockdown lasagna, we think this one's going to last us for a couple of days. So just need to fit in the middle there. Oh, look at that, perfect. Okay, so that's your first layer, just a sheet of lasagna. Then get yourself a spoon and spoon on your second layer, which
Beautiful, beautiful, how beautiful.
which is your
Veggie ragu.
Veggie ragu. Two layers down.
Nice,
One layer of
nice.
pasta, one layer of ragu. So next,
Not loads.
some of Annie's white cheesy sauce. Annie, you can do that bit.
So nice even layer.
Those bits you see in there, which you might think, oh no, there's lumps in it, but it's not. It's cheese. Okay.
Good job.
So in we go with more pasta. If you need to cover up some gaps, just snap it off. Doesn't really matter. So we're going in with another layer. I think we might get 2 more if we're lucky.
It's quite a big tin, but we're hoping for 2-day meals here.
It's gone a bit thin in one corner.
Oh, you got enough?
Just about. We're going to have to make it enough. To be honest, it's all we had left in the cupboard, or in the fridge and stuff, so you know what? It'll be fine. That'll do. You know what? Let's just put a little bit of sprinkle of cheese in there. See, look, we can improvise.
You have to adapt in these times.
Right, and finally, one more layer.
Yeah. I'm starving.
So, the last of the sauce goes on the top. So we had 2 layers of the sauce, the tomato sauce. We had 3 layers of pasta and 3 layers of cheesy sauce. So it won't be too bad. I think what we probably did wrong there, if I'm honest, is we used too big a pan.
Yeah.
We would have got more height out of it if we'd gone for a smaller pan. But we're there now, so it doesn't really matter, does it? There's a little bit of cheese left in there, just sprinkle it all on.
Oh yeah, baby.
And then finally, I mean, normally we use mozzarella, but we haven't got any, so this is how we're making do tonight. Just to give it that, you know, gooey bit, but listen, you're going to see the end result, so don't worry about that. So we've got a bit of parmesan here, and I'm going to grate some of that on top as well. I'm not going to tilt it because it'll all go
West.
but you can see it there. It's a little bit more shallow than we're used to. We should have gone half the size of that maybe, but it doesn't really matter. That's going to come out lovely. So we turn the oven on at, what is it, Annie?
180.
About 180.
Middle shelf.
Fan assisted. This is going to go in the oven and the middle shelf for about
35 minutes.
35, 45
No,
minutes.
35, no
Annie's
more.
swearing by 35, but we got a bit of a fierce oven. Just keep a check on it. In it goes. Bosh. Okay, it's the final reveal of the lockdown lasagna made by myself and Annie. So just to recap, all we did was use up a load of old vegetable, a couple of tins of tomatoes, some old cheese, obviously some pasta, and that was about it really. So let's have a look and see what it's like, shall we? It's been in for, how long has it been in for, Annie?
35 minutes.
35 minutes. Here we go. Got the old oven gloves. Oh my word.
Oh, yes.
my word.
Oh, yes.
Have a look at that, baby. Oh my word.
Yes.
This is what you can do
With
in
a
times
few old
of trouble.
veg and a bit of old cheese.
So there you go. The lockdown lasagna is complete. It has been a reasonable success. A little bit shallow, but do you know what? That's gonna feed us for 2 nights probably. Me, Annie, and Freddie. Stand by for the big slicing action. Here we are in the dining room now, ready for the big reveal. Well, you've already seen it, but now we're going to cut it and show you what it's like in Las. So here we go. Oh, look at that.
Oh, baby. Looks good.
Word. So I'm just going to go for, because it's a shallowish lasagna, I'm going for big old slices. Don't knife, that plate's hot.
Bring your plate in. Oh, yes. Look at that crunch on the top. Not too burnt, but just right.
So,
yes.
As you can see, if I just move that a little bit out of the way, plates are hot. There you go. Red zooming in there on the old
bit of food
layers.
Corn.
There's another bit going in. Fred's going to have a piece at least as big as that. 2, if anything.
Oh, that's a good piece. That's a good piece.
Annie, how big a piece do you want?
Not quite as big as that. I'm
Okay.
a bit more delicate than you two.
So we will get 2 nights out of this, as we thought.
Looks amazing, guys. Lockdown lasagna. Get in. Oh, yes, that's fine.
One of us ought to try it.
Do we need knives?
Oh my word. We do need knives, hon.
Okay. Oh,
look.
delicious.
Just using all the bits up from your fridge and your cupboard and your freezer. I'm not just saying this, that's banging. It's absolutely delicious. It's as good, if not better, than you get in any restaurant, especially vegetarian.
Superb.
Amazing. Oh.
And I've drunk 4 beers. Or 5.
Spot on. So that's the first of our isolation cook show recipes, the lockdown lasagna. We'll do another one, maybe Sunday, maybe Monday. Don't know what we're going to do yet, but I hope you've enjoyed this this little look into lockdown at Barrow Road and how we're getting by. I'll see you next time.
Bye now.